We're currently freezing our balls off here in Ohio, but that won't stop us from bringing you the news. I'm Mike Namapod. Here are today's top stories.
The news never sleeps, man. Can't let that fucking frigid weather hold us back.
Oh boy, no, you can't. People need to be informed.
They demand it, in fact.
Well, after last week's hard-hitting news episode, Overtime, bringing them the best of the best stories, how can anyone not be salivating at the edge of their seat waiting for this one?
Hopefully, Mark David Chapman's wife still has her snow brush thing. Hopefully she's doing all right up there with that.
Yeah, I hope so.
They got a lot of snow.
Well, and more importantly, I hope someone's capturing that on film, right? Because that's what we need to see is photos of that.
So
that might be one of my favorite Patreon pictures that I've used. I like to use random ones sometimes. That's a good one. I got a good chuckle out of that.
That might be a paparazzi Pulitzer winner. That one there.
This, I don't know if there was quite enough for a news story, but our old buddy, the raccoon, was back in the news that he was labeled as a serial break-in artist around that area. There wasn't much to the story that I saw, but he apparently has a knack for breaking into buildings.
He figured it out.
Yeah. He probably found out, he peaked, right? When you break into the liquor store, like, it's not going to get better than that. So he's going to have to keep searching around for stuff like that.
He'll be searching for that high for the rest of his life. Be telling everyone, all his friends, about that liquor store break-in. Greatest 12 hours of his miserable raccoon life. Yeah.
Tell you what, my first night at college, I drank 4 Budweisers. I've been chasing that high ever since. There's never been a buzz quite like that.
No doubt.
All right, anything else going on before we dive into the news stories?
No.
Honestly, no, man.
Okay.
It's just fucking cold weather.
Yeah. It's so cold, Ian's wearing his toque in the house. Gotta stay warm.
This is turning into be an issue, being bald in the wintertime and then like getting older at the same time. Dude, I'm wearing a beanie all the time in my house.
I like to think that at night, you're sitting in your chair, like with your laptop, but with like a blanket over your legs. Just like, old man style, just trying to stay warm.
That's pretty close to real life. Like, if you want the real life visual, I have a huge terrible towel Steelers blanket. Like, it just looks like a big terrible towel.
Yeah.
So I put that on. I sit crisscross on the couch with that in my lap, my laptop in my lap, and my little winter hat on. That's how I work and type.
I like to think the lights are all dimly lit. Like, it's just all cold and,
You got to start smoking your weed out of a corncob pipe. Complete the look. And then, what's that Popeye sound? I can't do it.
whatever that laugh is. Yeah. Ian, if you want,
That's it.
you can borrow my sleep gown and hat if you want. You got the perfect thing going right now.
I don't know.
You're honk shoeing over there pretty soon.
Hawk Tooin'.
Well, goddamn. He's spitting on dicks over there?
Did that girl, was that this year that she became a thing, or was that last year?
It's all a blur, man. I don't know, with her coin scam and all that shit.
Yeah, she did all that. She had like her
That's what I was going to say. Like, if it was just this year, that's the biggest like rise and fall ever.
But I think she still has a podcast that like they get like celebrities on.
Really?
What is she talking about?
How?
I don't know. I've never listened. I just see like, little clips or something online, and I don't know. I'm sure she's, very knowledgeable on many subjects and aspects of life, and probably gives good advice. And, it's like a self-help type podcast, probably.
Yeah. Spit on that thing.
Yeah. It's her answer to anything. Oh, is that hot dog a little dry? Just spit on that thing. Go ahead and eat it.
I hope someone does like a deep dive documentary on this whole situation, like how this girl went from making a comment about giving a blowjob to now she's going to be in trouble for fucking cryptocurrency fraud.
Like if there was ever an ESPN 30 for 30 that wasn't about sports, this is the best 30 for 30 to do.
I'd love to know the details behind this whole crypto coin scam.
And I need it narrated by Scott Van Pelt.
There you go.
That's the only way I want this story.
Tonight's 30 by 30. Hunting. Haktua.
That's perfect. Maybe this will be an ESPN / Cool Down Media production. We'll help them with that.
We had the idea. They have the production equipment and the means. So let's do this, guys.
We had the idea. They have literally everything else. We will sell you our idea for $3 million. They're like, get fucked. Ugh. Speaking of getting fucked, let's get to some news.
Great segue, Mike. Let's get started. So this is an interesting one. It's from People magazine. After crashing allegedly stolen BMW, Florida man tells police he was, quote, teleported into the car.
Nice.
And you may chuckle and laugh, but what if this guy is telling the truth?
It's true. You did an episode on time slips. Remember that?
Yes. Weird things happen.
Him being from Florida does not help his cause for believability.
One strike.
Yeah.
He's starting behind.
We'll see where the story takes us, but right now he's off to a 0-1 start.
A Florida man is facing charges after he allegedly stole a BMW, crashed it, and told police he was teleported into the vehicle. Calvin Curtis Johnson, age 36, was arrested on Monday, December 8th, after allegedly stealing a BMW from Bicentennial Park near Ormond Beach, Florida, the Volusia Sheriff's Office said in a statement this week. The owner of the vehicle had left the convertible unlocked with the keys in a closed cup holder per police. The car was stolen while he was walking his doggy. You gotta take your keys, man. It's Florida.
Yeah, I feel like you just got to do that everywhere. Like that's a bold move, right? Or you just fucked up and forgot them. But
Yeah.
Look, this might tie back into my statement on the my phone not being locked, which I stand by, and I'll keep that way forever because you're not going to get shit on me for my phone. But I also have a bad habit of if I'm just running in somewhere real quick, I won't even take my keys out of the car, and I just run in and then I come back. Now that I've said that, I'm going to have to start locking it because now I'm more prone, and that is something I have to get better at. But like no, I'm very bad at just getting out real quick, shutting the door, leaving the keys in, coming back. The car is not running, so it's not obvious, but still. Bad habit by me.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Lock your phone.
Another bad habit by me, I'm too good at oral sex, and I don't know when to stop, and it's something I need to work on because, sometimes they get sick with orgasms, and so I'm working on that too. We all have things we need to work on. I need to take my keys out of my car. I need to stop being so good at oral sex. I will continue to keep my phone unlocked.
Self-growth and self-realization are important aspects of the journey of life, Mike, and I'm glad to see
Thanks.
you recognize that.
I try to be a better person every day.
So Johnson is accused of stealing the car and crashing it within a few minutes on a highway. In body cam footage, which we'll listen to momentarily, released by the sheriff's office, a bloody Johnson is seen panicking and telling officers he did not steal the car. Quote, I don't know. I teleported or something, he is seen saying in the video as the officer approaches him. Johnson is heard whining incoherently throughout the rest of the video. In another instant, when the officer says he stole the car, Johnson repeats, quote, I don't know how I got here. Later, he tells the officer, quote, you saved me from the aliens. Johnson was taken to an area hospital ahead of being transferred to the Volusia County Branch Jail on charges of grand theft of a motor vehicle and driving with a suspended license, the sheriff's office said. He's set to be arraigned over the weekend.
Couple thoughts. First, you used the term bloody Johnson, and I don't love that. Second, I admire this guy is staying consistent with his story. He's keeping kayfabe. I'm kind of rooting for him.
He's what I like to call the Shaggy defense. Wasn't me.
Right.
Wasn't me.
He's like,
steal a car.
Prove that I wasn't teleported into this car.
Exactly.
Switcheroo.
Sir, that is not how the law works.
So I have a quick video here. The setup is so the body cam's rolling the whole time. First, they go talk to the guy whose car got stolen. Then they find a witness. I cut out the guy talking. He was just boring, the BMW owner. But this starts with the witness saying he saw him get into the car and whatnot. And then it rolls right into them talking to the suspect. So here you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Who'd you see get into it?
It was a guy probably maybe 30 years old. It wasn't his car.
No.
I kept looking at him because he asked me if I had a light. I was like, there's no way he drives a BMW.
Would you be able to identify that guy if you ever saw him again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a 30-year-old white
I
male?
would say 30-year-old white male, shoulder length hair.
Blonde?
Blonde. Yeah,
Blonde,
he looked a little bit like me when I was younger. He kept asking for a light, and I was like, how in the world does he have a BMW if he doesn't have a light for a cigarette?
Okay, blonde, shoulder length hair.
Yep.
130 miles an hour, and I swear to God, that's his road. Do you have a fire extinguisher?
I got in the car. I don't know. I teleported or something.
Where'd you get the car from?
I don't know.
You
It's
come from the
Calvin.
beach
Just,
side?
I don't know. I teleported.
Officer, where's your fire extinguisher?
Come over here. Give me just one
Yeah,
second.
yeah, yeah.
Put your hands up on my car.
Yes, sir. I've been teleported. Have I talked for a minute?
Did you come from Bicentennial Park?
It came from that.
Bicentennial Park?
Came from north.
They told me the X-Men to do it.
Okay, but the dog park?
I don't know. The X-Men told me I don't do that stuff. I tried to put me in. I'll just take that photo, okay?
I got 110
I'm going to keep it safe. I just said,
Did I hear this wrong, or did he say the X-Men told him to do it?
That's what it sounded like to me.
No. I don't know. He seemed pretty confident in what happened to him, so got to stand by that, right?
Also, that guy's logic about why you couldn't own a BMW is terrible.
Yeah.
Like he asked for a lighter or a light for a cigarette. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, man. Maybe he lost his lighter.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't mean you can't own a BMW.
Right. He also described the guy to the cop as, oh, he looked like me when I was younger. And the cop's like, asshole, I don't know what the fuck you look like when you were younger. That doesn't help me one single bit.
That dude's the worst of the whole fucking situation.
Yeah, I fucking hate him. I'm pretty sure his name is either Keith or Bruce. His name is probably Keith Bruce.
Let the teleport guy out of jail and arrest that asshole eyewitness.
Yeah. Fuck
He's a
him.
dickhead.
I hate him.
I can't drive. I left my lighter at home. I can't drive a BMW. That's a guy that will never have a BMW.
Judging people and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Now we'll judge you, Keith Bruce. Fuck you. And your stupid name.
Turned out he was 100% accurate, but
Well, I'd like
he
to
called
see
it like he saw, and he was absolutely right.
I'd like to see a picture of Keith Bruce when he was younger to see if he was accurate and that they look alike. Just throwing
That's
out
true. That is
fucking shit that we can't even prove.
that is such a terrible way to fucking describe something.
We should get that guy's contact information, reach out to him, and ask him if he'd like to sit for an interview, and we'll just roast him.
Jesus. He's actually just trying to do the right thing and help the cops, and we're just fucking tearing him apart.
Get him to sign a release before we talk to him.
That's the way to do it.
But hear me out with this. There's all kinds of people that have been allegedly kidnapped by aliens, taken on board the mothership probe, this and that, and they're returned to Earth. Usually in the setting from which they came. But what if sometimes they're off and the alien just dropped this guy into a BMW somehow, and it really wasn't his fault, and he was really teleported like he's stating, and we're being very judgmental. We should listen to him and maybe get him on Coast to Coast to tell his story.
Hey. I'm more team him than I am Keith Bruce, so I can get behind that. He seemed very disoriented. I can't tell much of a difference between what he was saying and fucking Barney Hill's hypnosis video or recordings.
Right.
Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe he just had his asshole probed and he was a little out of sorts.
Did he wreck the cart? Did we say that?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
He did wreck it. Okay. Yeah, because he sounded. Yeah, he sounded.
He's all bloody Johnson, as Mike indicated. He crashed the car. Yeah.
Well,
All
right.
All I'm saying is, if Jesus came back today and tried to tell everyone that he was going to save the world, he was Jesus and he was the Son of God, they would lock him up in a mental institution.
No.
So,
Yeah.
Especially if he didn't even have his own lighter.
Be like, yeah, you're not driving a BMW, Jesus, you fucking nerd. You don't even have a lighter.
The best part of that would be that Jesus would be like smoking also, which is great. My Jesus smokes Camel Blues.
Camel no filter. I mean, why not?
Well, he might as well.
What's going to happen to him?
Yeah. All right. Good story.
So good luck to Bloody Johnson. I hope you get the help you need, sir.
Bloody Johnson.
The X-Men comment leads me to believe there's more going on there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that more is meth.
Well, I was thinking in my head while he was reading that story, like, when does methamphetamines get brought into this? Like, they searched the car and found a bunch of meth and shit.
Probably he's hiding it in his asshole and he's like, oh, the aliens probe me. They put it up there. Right. All right, up next tonight. So there's the recent documentary Age of Disclosure about UFOs. Ian, I know you've watched it, so I thought this would be a good time to discuss this. This story focuses on the skeptics of this documentary, and they're saying, isn't that really proof? So then we go through this. People have asked if we've seen it. You're the only one that has watched it.
Yeah, and I remember we kind of talked about it, and I said we weren't gonna, or off air, I wanted to maybe do like a whole thing on it, but then they put it behind a $25 paywall, and I'm like, how many people are really gonna pay for that?
Yeah,
honestly, you know what I mean? So I figured whatever, but yeah, people want to hear about it.
Okay, so this is from The Guardian. The Age of Disclosure was granted a Capitol Hill screening and has broken digital rental records, but does it really offer proof of alien life? It has been hailed as a game changer in public attitudes towards UFOs, ending a culture of silence around claims once dismissed as the preserve of conspiracy theorists and crackpots. Well, that's probably true. The Age of Disclosure has been boosted in its effort to shift the conversation about extraterrestrials from the fringe to the mainstream with a Capitol Hill screening and considerable commercial success. It broke the record for highest grossing documentary on Amazon Prime Video within 48 hours of its release. That's something, huh?
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow. But not everyone is impressed by the film's claims that UFOs, now called UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomena, are real, and the governments have been hiding evidence for decades. Several skeptics have gone online to push back at the Age of Disclosure, contending that it has been overhyped and fails to present new or compelling evidence. In their telling, the documentary has slick production values, but rehashes familiar decades-old grainy infrared videos and anecdotal pilot testimonies insufficient to support extraordinary claims of alien technology. Michael Shermer, the founding publisher of Skeptic magazine, says by phone from Santa Barbara, quote, "All we have are blurry photographs, grainy videos, and anecdotes from people that say they know somebody who knows something, or they know somebody who said they saw the spaceship, touched the aliens, or worked on back engineering spaceships and so on. But if you say, who was this person you talked to? Well, I can't tell you. Where was the spaceship? I can't tell you. Do you have any photographs? No, but here's this grainy video of this blob that was taken from a Navy pilot 14 years ago off the coast of San Diego. This is kind of weird. It's hard to say what it is, but it could be aliens." Initial thoughts on that analysis.
That's not very fair. Like, that's kind of, I feel like this person has like a little grind axe with UFO stuff. That seemed a little unnecessary, some of that. But I will say it's a lot of, like, if you really know UFO stuff, or like a listener of ours, somebody that listens nonstop, you will have known all of the things that are talked about in it. Right? Like, it's pretty much, it's a UFO thing for the mass public, it's not for the person that's like diehard and knows everything.
Okay.
But to say that it's just like, oh, some fucking pilot and shit, like, dude, we're talking about some really, really high level military, very respectable people saying that they've saw something with their own eyes that somebody, well, like, nobody's saying it's aliens either. No one in that documentary, only one person brings up aliens. And they do it in a roundabout way. Like, it doesn't get fucking crazy like News Nation. Remember, they start talking about like using like psychic abilities to summon UFOs. Like, what are you talking about?
Fair. Well, this guy Shermer, to be fair, he runs Skeptic magazine. He taught college and university courses in critical thinking and has written books including Why People Believe Weird Things. That's his credentials.
Yeah, I'm going to take like David Ferber, like the dudes that are up there in the fucking fighter jets looking at these things. I'll take their word for it.
Directed and produced by Dan Farah, The Age of Disclosure asserts an 80-year global cover-up of non-human intelligent life and secret recovery and reverse engineering of extraterrestrial technology. It features interviews with 34 individuals from U.S. government, military, and intelligence backgrounds. They include Secretary of State and National Security Advisor Marco Rubio, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand of New York, Senator Mike Rounds of South Dakota, and former Director of Naval Intelligence James Clapper. Their presence has been seen as giving the film heft and helping reduce the stigma long felt by alleged UAP witnesses. In an interview last week on Fox News, Rubio was asked about his claim in the documentary that unknown entities have been operating in the airspace over restricted nuclear facilities. He did not attack the documentary or seek to disavow his remarks, but he did seek to add some context. Quote, "First of all, I'm not disavowing that," Rubio said. "It was an interview that was done almost like maybe 3 or 4 years ago when I was in the Senate, so it wasn't recent. The second point I would make, I was describing the allegations that people have come forward with. I was describing what people had said to me, not things that I had firsthand knowledge of in that little regard. A little bit of selective editing, but it's okay because you're trying to sell a show here." Is Rubio backpedaling, Ian? Yes or no?
I don't know. Maybe there probably is some like selective editing with that, but Rubio talks about in that documentary how things break down from like you start with the CIA and then it branches out to would be like the Navy and how that all works. But then he talked about how like the private contractor comes in, and he really laid that out in a way that I wasn't aware of how like private contractors can just essentially just disappear with some of this stuff, you know, and we'll never know where it is or potentially where some of it's gone.
That doesn't seem great.
No.
So I'll wrap up here. Skeptics argue that UAP sightings are better explained by a combination of misidentification of mundane objects like balloons, satellites, and drones, perceptual errors in low information environments. I like that phrasing. Perceptual errors in low information environments.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Means people with no critical thinking who don't have any information.
Like just stupid people.
That's how I read it. I don't know. Secret terrestrial technologies and misunderstood optical and sensor phenomena. Jason Colavito, author of The Cult of Alien Gods, H.P. Lovecraft and Extraterrestrial Pop Culture Comments. Well, that sounds like a fun book. Quote, "While I can't possibly give a single explanation for UFOs or categorically say that no UFO has ever been an alien spaceship, every UFO that has ever been identified has turned out to be prosaic, either natural or human-made object, and there's no reason to suspect that any of the objects seen in that movie are anything but that."
So then where's that technology at? Like that's the question, right? Because those are real videos, they're real things.
I don't think he's buying it. He said he found the film to basically be an Ancient Aliens episode with better lighting. It was a rehash of material that has been used many times before. I thought that it was old stuff in a slick new package. A lot of the people you saw interviewed have already appeared on Ancient Aliens, on News Nation, and on other platforms saying
nobody was on Ancient. I would like to talk to this dude.
All right.
This is just like making up lies. Nobody from that documentary was on Ancient Aliens.
Maybe not the main host, but maybe they were on a clip here and there or something.
No, this was like all respectable people. Fuck this dude.
Jason Colavito.
Yeah.
Reach out to him, bro. Tune him up a little bit.
All right.
Tune him up.
Well, he's wrong.
So, all right, Ian Namapaw pushing back on the skeptics. He liked the movie. He thought it was entertaining. Maybe not for the deep dive diehards, as you might call them, but for trying to bring the general story to the broader population, I guess is how you put it.
Yeah, that's the best way I would describe that documentary. Okay. The only thing that stuck out to me, there were two things that I learned. One was Rubio talking about how things, not just alien stuff, but like anything can slip out of the government's hands into a private contractor and then it's gone. That was very interesting. The second one was one of the guys that worked for ATIP, one of the physicists, was talking about Roswell. This was the only kind of like out there, like quote unquote out there thing in the documentary. But he said there were 4 bodies that were taken from Roswell. I thought that was interesting because that was very specific, and I can't ever remember a specific number being on it. And if I thought of one, I would say 2, but I don't know. And I like kind of skimmed back through some shit. So that was interesting.
So it's a bold new claim, in other words.
Yeah. And he just like kind of says it and like it's fact, and then they just move on from it.
Right.
I don't know. Like the amount of respectable people in the documentary, you know, from various positions of military and government and stuff. Like, what are these guys all fucking idiots?
I would say no, but our friend Jason wasn't calling them, you know.
Like, what are they looking at then, you know? Like, if they're
Perceptual
saying
errors.
that this is something that we don't know, or like this is technology that, I don't know. All right, well, we'll see.
You would like to recommend this to people, right? They should watch it.
I think so.
I'm
Like, if
watch
you,
it.
I don't think that you should, like, I don't know. I would hate to tell people to drop $25 on something. Like, I feel like they should have it on a streaming service of some sort.
Yeah,
but
it'll be on Prime another month, right? Just wait for it.
Yeah, you can wait for it.
It always gets on Prime.
All right. There's your information on the age of disclosure. A lot of pushback from the skeptic community. Me and Ted, go fuck yourself.
It is not like that. What's his name? Jason
Colavito. The Cult of Alien Gods, H.P. Lovecraft, and Extraterrestrial Pop Culture. Quite a title.
All right. Fuck you, Jason.
Man, we're out here burying people.
Yeah, this is a good one.
I don't know, we're hot
Ending
tonight.
careers tonight.
That did get me kind of mad, though. Dude.
I
Like, that was
know.
just not accurate.
Ugh. Well, Ian's paranormal poutine always puts us in a better mood. So let's just jump on Ian's pee-pee.
I got an interesting one tonight. An article from 1828 from the Cherokee Phoenix. Is the first Native American newspaper out of New Ekata. I don't know if I'm saying that right. The capital of the Cherokee Nation, which is now present-day Georgia. That was interesting, kind of like if anybody wants to go on a side quest, check out the Cherokee Nation newspaper. There's like a whole history behind it. At the end of this article that I'm going to read, it says Zion's Herald. So there's like maybe they just ran this story from another print, but that thing was a Methodist publication from back then. It says, quote, in White County, Tennessee, near the town of Sparta, 3 burying grounds have been discovered where a very small people were laid in stone tombs, parentheses, coffins. The greatest length of the skeletons is 19 inches. Some appeared to have lived a great age, their teeth being worn, smooth and short, while others are full and long. Many of the graves have been opened and the skeletons examined. So that's pretty short. 19 inches.
Not much bigger than Mike's cock. Some short
Slightly
people.
bigger, but not much.
The graves are about 2 feet deep. The coffins are made of stone, a flat stone at the bottom, one on each side, one on each end, and one laid over the body. The dead are buried with their heads to the east, laid on their backs, with their hands on their breasts, and arranged in order. In the bend of the left arm is found a cruse or mug that would hold nearly a pint, made of ground stone or shell of a gray color, in which are found 1, 2, or 3 shells, supposed to be of seashells. One of these skeletons had 94 pearl beads about the neck. There are many of these burying grounds. Near one I examined is the appearance of an ancient town. The bones found in these graves are strong and well set, and the whole frame appears to be well formed. These graveyards range in size from half an acre to an acre and a half. In the same neighborhood is another burying ground where the dead are buried in the same manner as above described, and where the skeletons are from 7 to 9 feet long. So the whole other end of the
Holy shit.
spectrum.
Well, that is, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. It's both terrifying and,
It's a weird visual.
yeah, trying to picture it in my head. Does anyone know where this place supposedly is?
Well, so when I started looking into this more, I found that the Tennessee archaeology group from back then published some of this stuff in the Nashville Whig years earlier. That was in July of 1820, so 8 years earlier. And if you follow that thread, you get to Tennessee pygmies, which is like this alleged lost civilization of pygmy people in Tennessee,
Wow.
like small people.
Huh.
It's way too big for a Poutine, but when we're done with Christmas break, I want to do a full episode on it because it sounds super interesting.
That's a nice teaser for 2026.
Are you going to get an archaeological dig going over our holiday break and maybe go down to Tennessee and do some digging?
That could be cool. Go find it for myself.
Take Declan down there. Do some back-breaking work.
Yeah. Might as well. He's just sitting in Dave's basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a really weird visual with the little mug that they're all holding with the seashells inside the mug. It's super weird.
And the other end of the neighborhood is giants. Not giants,
Yeah.
but taller people. Basketball players. 7.5 feet. All right, looking forward to that. That is very strange.
Yeah, so I found that. I also found I'll bring this up just real quick. I found an auction that was happening in Canada. It's like iCollector.com, and it's like estate sales, all kind of shit.
Yeah.
Someone was auctioning off tons of UFO content, like fucking interviews with Bob Lazar, Robert Lee, like a who's name, all kind of magazines, pictures. I don't know who bought it, but the person, I don't know who was behind any of it really. It was pretty private, but they shared 40 pictures from the thing, kind of to give people an idea what the pictures content was like, that, in the thing. Some really cool pictures. I'll put the link to them in the description.
So stuff you've never seen before.
Yeah, some of it is pretty cool. A lot of daytime UFO stuff, which sometimes those, or almost all the time, those are probably super, super fake, but they always look really cool, like those old ones from the 70s and 80s. A lot of that stuff in there. There's some cool shit.
Good collector stuff, even if it is fake, right?
I'd love to know who bought it. Like, you could make, I don't know, endless amounts of UFO content with the amount of shit that was in this collection. It's crazy.
Reveal yourself, buyer.
Yeah, so we can buy it all from you. We will offer you 15 cold hard dollars for your collection, sir or ma'am. All right, good stuff. Ian, anything else on your PP?
No, that's it.
Okay. Well, that's it. You were all up to date on the news. You got plenty of things now to talk about with your family at the Christmas dinner table. Also, you guys can debate whether or not a guy was teleported into a stolen car. It'll make for good conversation, and I'm sure nobody will get upset or annoyed or anything.
Start talking about Tennessee pygmy people.
Yeah.
Like
you
a
go.
lost civilization. People love that.
Yeah.
Did you hear about those pygmies that they found in Tennessee, Uncle Joe?
And then just, tell them, 2026, Necronownpod will have a whole show about it. You should listen to it. They won't hate you at all. All right, bye.